Have you ever wondered if there's really a haircut that can make you look 5 to 10 years younger instantly after just one visit to the salon? It might sound too good to be true, but I can tell you from experience, it absolutely happens. Your hair isn't just a frame for your face. It's one of the most powerful, natural tools you have to turn back the clock. The right cut can completely transform the way people see you, shifting you from tired to radiant, from older to vibrant and youthful. I'll never forget one of my clients, a 55-year-old woman who walked into the salon with long, lifeless hair that dragged her features down. We gave her a fresh, modern cut that brightened her face and brought back her energy. When she stepped out, her friends and family honestly thought she looked 45 again. Can you imagine how incredible it must feel to have people around you react like that? And in this video, I'm going to reveal the hairstyles that work like magic for women in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. Not just any styles, but the ones that truly suit your face shape, your hair texture, and your lifestyle. So stick with me until the very end, because I'll also share the golden rule, the one secret that will help you look younger without surgery, without needles, just by changing your hair. Are you ready to find out what it is? My friends, once we hit our 50s, 60s, or even 70s, have you ever asked yourself, do I still need to care about my looks, or should I just let things go naturally? The truth is, I've met so many women who are hesitant to change their hairstyles because they're afraid of being judged. Some worry people will say they're trying too hard to look young. Others think, at my age, stability matters more than style. And of course, many feel insecure about thinning hair or gray strands that seem to shout, time has passed. Tell me honestly, have you ever felt that way yourself? Here's the thing, gray hair doesn't have to be a burden. It can actually be an opportunity. With the right cut, silver strands can turn into a crown of elegance, a statement of wisdom and beauty. Do you believe that just by choosing the right style, you could look years younger, without any makeup or surgery? Let me share something personal. When I turned 55, I started feeling insecure about my fine, thinning hair. Every glance in the mirror reminded me that I didn't look as vibrant as I once did. Maybe some of you watching this know exactly what that feels like. At first, I told myself, why bother? At this age, being healthy is enough. But then I realized, neglecting my appearance made me look even more tired, even older than I really was. One day, I decided to go for a shorter, brighter haircut. And you know what? The compliments poured in. Friends, colleagues, even my family, kept saying how refreshed and confident I looked. Imagine how good it would feel if the same thing happened to you. As a beauty professional, I want you to hear this. Taking care of your appearance is not a luxury reserved for the young. It's a right. It's power. It's how we, as women, protect our confidence and keep our spark alive. According to a 2021 study by the American Institute on Aging, women over 50 who invest in their hair, skin, and overall appearance reported feeling 40% more confident and socially active compared to those who did not. That's not just about beauty. It's about happiness and quality of life. Think about women like Helen Mirren or Meryl Streep. They're in their 60s and 70s, yet they walk onto any stage looking radiant, timeless, and full of life. They don't try to hide their age, and they don't try to be someone else. They simply choose hairstyles that highlight their best features and embrace who they are. Wouldn't you love to walk into a room and hear people whisper, "She looks so elegant, so confident," asterisk instead of noticing only wrinkles or gray roots? So let me ask you this, are you living each day in the image you want for yourself? Or are you letting age and society dictate how you show up in the world? Never forget, your hair is the frame of your face, and when the frame is polished, the whole picture shines brighter. Now that we've uncovered the biggest fears and mental roadblocks many women face in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, the next step is understanding the golden rules for choosing the perfect hairstyle. Up next, I'll walk you through how to match your cut to your face shape, hair texture, and even the right color tones, so that no matter your age, you can look vibrant, modern, and absolutely beautiful. Are you ready to take that next step with me? When it comes to choosing the right haircut, the very first thing we have to talk about is face shape. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror and wondered, do I have a round face, a square one, maybe a heart shape, or is mine more long and narrow? Believe it or not, This factor alone determines about 70% of whether a haircut will actually make you look younger. For example, if your face is round, styles that fall just below the chin can slim the cheeks and create a more refined look. If your face is long, adding bangs or layered framing around the face helps balance out that vertical length. Women with square faces often worry about looking too harsh, but a soft angled bob or gentle waves near the jawline can instantly soften those edges. And for heart-shaped faces, adding a little volume around the chin and keeping longer, side-swept bangs makes everything look beautifully balanced. Isn't it amazing how just one small adjustment can completely change the impression you give? The next factor is thickness and texture. Do any of you watching right now have fine, thinning hair as the years go by? I know I do, and I completely understand how frustrating it feels when your hair falls flat and makes your whole face look tired. For fine hair, the best option is a layered cut to build volume and movement. If your hair is thick and coarse, on the other hand, the key is thinning and shaping to reduce heaviness. And if you've got natural curls, don't fight them. Curls almost always bring youthfulness, energy, and personality to your look. According to a 2022 survey by Allure magazine, 65% of women over 50 said they felt more confident when they chose a haircut that worked with their natural hair type, rather than forcing it into something it wasn't. That's proof that respecting your hair's natural texture isn't just practical, it's empowering. And then there's color, which honestly might be the most transformative factor of all. Did you know that hair color alone can change up to 80% of how people perceive your age at first glance? A shade that's too dark can drain your skin and make you look older than you really are. I once worked with a 60-year-old client who had dyed her hair jet black for years. Instead of looking youthful, it gave her complexion a dull, almost gray cast. When we lightened her look with a balayage blend of honey and caramel tones, she immediately looked at least 7 years younger. Her friends couldn't stop complimenting her. That's the power of color. Warm tones like chestnut, honey, or caramel don't just brighten the face. They also give the skin a smoother, healthier glow. Have you ever tried a lighter shade and been surprised by how many compliments you got? I'll be honest, when I turned 55, I thought keeping my natural dark hair was the safest route. But the truth was, that safe choice was actually aging me. The moment I switched to a softer, lighter brown, everything changed. My skin looked brighter, my eyes popped more, and for the first time in years, people noticed the spark in me again. Sometimes, daring to try something new is the very best way to rediscover yourself. So here's the takeaway. There are 3 key elements that matter most when choosing a haircut: your face shape, your hair's texture, and the right color that complements your skin tone. Once you understand those 3, sitting in the salon chair becomes so much easier and so much more exciting. And now that we've laid the groundwork, let's move on to the fun part: the top youthful haircuts leading the trends in 2024 and 2025. Are you ready to discover which one might become your secret weapon to looking fresh, vibrant, and effortlessly stylish? When we talk about the most youthful hairstyles leading trends in 2024 and 2025, the very first one that comes to mind is the classic bob. Have you ever tried a bob, or have you hesitated because you thought it was only for younger women? The truth is, the bob is timeless and works beautifully with almost every face shape. For round faces, a bob that falls just below the chin helps slim the cheeks. For square faces, an angled bob with soft waves can add elegance and soften strong lines. Even if your hair is fine, a layered bob creates fullness, while a C-shaped bob gives off a feminine, graceful look. According to a 2023 L'Oreal survey, more than 50% of women over 50 who tried a bob said they felt at least 4 years younger immediately after their haircut. That's pretty powerful, don't you think? Now, if the bob is about elegance, the pixie is all about confidence and modern edge. Be honest, have you ever dreamed of trying a pixie but stopped yourself because you worried it might not fit your age? I was the same way. I didn't try a pixie until I was 57, and let me tell you, the moment I did, my whole face lit up. I looked lighter, brighter, and somehow sharper at the same time. The pixie is like an instant reset button. It literally shaves years off your look. And according to Vogue, it's one of the go-to cuts for Hollywood icons in their 60s, like Jamie Lee Curtis and Kris Jenner. What they all have in common is the confidence that comes with it. Somewhere between the bob and the pixie, there's a hybrid that has taken the world by storm: the bixie. Have you heard of it before? It combines the structure of the bob with the playfulness of the pixie, making it one of the most versatile cuts out there. It works for thick hair, fine hair, straight, or wavy. It's all about how you style it. Pinterest Trends reported in 2024 that searches for bixie cut jumped by over 130% compared to the year before, especially among women aged 50 to 65. That tells us this isn't just a trend. It's becoming a trusted, go-to option for women like us around the world. If thinning hair is your biggest concern, the cascade, also known as layers, could be your secret weapon. Those soft, staggered layers add movement, bounce, and life to hair that otherwise falls flat. One of my friends, who's 60, went with a layered cascade cut, and the very next day at work her coworkers asked if she'd just come back from a spa retreat. All she did was cut her hair, and suddenly she looked refreshed, lighter, and more vibrant. That's the magic of the right layers. And then we have the lob, or long bob. The lob keeps the elegance of a bob but extends just to the shoulders, making it perfect for women in professional settings or for anyone who wants a little more sophistication. I tried a lob once for a wedding, and the compliments didn't stop coming. People said I looked modern but still classic, chic but approachable. The lob, in many ways, is like the little black dress of hairstyles. It never goes out of style. These cuts aren't just showing up in salons, they're dominating the runways in Paris and Milan. Stylists are putting models of all ages, including women over 50, in bobs, lobs, pixies, and layers to highlight the beauty of maturity. It's proof that the fashion world no longer sees youthful cuts as belonging only to the young. At any age, we can claim these styles as our own and turn them into a personal statement of beauty and strength. So now that we've looked at the top youthful cuts of 2024 and 2025, you might be wondering, what do these cuts actually feel like in real life? What do women my age say after making the change? Coming up next, I'll share true stories from clients and friends who've taken the leap, so you can see exactly how the right haircut transformed not just their looks, but their confidence in their lives. Are you curious to hear those stories? Let me share a story that still warms my heart. One of my clients, a 62-year-old grandmother, decided to go for a pixie cut after years of wearing her hair shoulder length. And you know what happened the very next day? Her 7-year-old granddaughter shouted, "Grandma, you look younger than Mom." That simple, innocent comment brought tears to her eyes. It wasn't just about looking different. It was about being seen as vibrant, fresh, and full of life again. Wouldn't it feel amazing if someone you loved noticed and celebrated your glow like that? Another story comes from a 58-year-old executive. She had to appear regularly on television but often felt self-conscious about her thin, flat hair. When she finally tried a layered bob, the transformation was incredible. During her next TV appearance, the audience flooded her with compliments, hundreds of comments praising how radiant and polished she looked. Some even said she looked 10 years younger. Isn't it fascinating how something as simple as a haircut can change not only how you feel, but also how the world responds to you? According to Harvard Business Review, 60% of women in their 50s and 60s believe that confidence in their appearance directly impacts their professional opportunities, whether it's interviews, presentations, or promotions. That means the right hairstyle isn't just about beauty. It can actually be a career advantage. And then there's one of my favorite stories, a 70-year-old woman who chose not to hide her silver strands anymore. Instead, she embraced them with a chic pixie cut. The result? She didn't just look stylish. She became the style icon of her entire friend group. Everywhere she went, her friends asked for her stylist's number, snapped photos of her cut, and even used her as inspiration for their own makeovers. Sometimes, don't we all need someone like that to remind us it's never too late to stand out? I've lived this truth myself. When I hit 55, I used to think changing hairstyles was superficial. But after I took the leap and tried something new, the response from my family and friends completely changed my perspective. I realized hair isn't just about looking pretty. It's the language of confidence. It's the signal we send to the world that says, I am alive, I am vibrant, and I am worth noticing. Do you agree that a haircut can actually change how people treat you and how they see you? A 2022 AARP survey revealed that 73% of women over 50 felt more respected in social situations when they invested in their appearance, especially their hair. That tells us a new cut isn't just an external change. It's an invitation to new conversations, new connections, and even new opportunities. So after hearing these inspiring stories, you might be wondering, how do I find the cut that works for me? And how do I make it my secret weapon? That's exactly what we'll dive into next. I'll share the golden rules and insider tips from a stylist perspective, so you'll know exactly how to walk into the salon with confidence and walk out looking like the very best version of yourself. Are you ready to discover those secrets? The very first thing I always recommend is this: talk to your stylist before making any big decisions. Do you usually bring a photo of a haircut you like to the salon, or do you just sit down and let them decide? I've done the second option before, and trust me, it doesn't always end well. A great stylist doesn't just copy what's in a magazine. They look at your face shape, your hair type, and even your lifestyle to figure out what will actually work for you. According to a 2022 survey by the Professional Beauty Association, 68% of women over 50 said they were far more satisfied with their haircut when they had a proper consultation first. Another tool I absolutely love sharing is hairstyle simulation apps. Have you ever tried on a cut virtually before getting it in real life? These apps let you upload a photo of your face and test out dozens of different looks. The first time I used one, I was shocked to see that a pixie actually suited me better than I ever imagined. Without that app, I don't think I would have had the courage to go short. It's such a simple way to avoid walking out of the salon with regrets. Here's another golden rule: don't blindly chase trends. Would you agree that not every hairstyle that's hot on Instagram or the runway will fit your lifestyle? I once fell in love with a lob I saw during Milan Fashion Week. But when my stylist asked, "Are you willing to spend 10 minutes every morning blow drying and styling this cut?" I realized the answer was no. Trendy only works if it matches how you actually live day to day. And remember, hair is just one piece of the puzzle. The right cut will shine even brighter when paired with flattering makeup, a well-chosen outfit, and just the right accessories. I remember going to a birthday party with my new layered bob, simple pearl earrings, and a classic dress. The compliments I got weren't just about my hair. They were about the whole look. Have you ever noticed how small details like that can elevate your entire presence? Finally, let me share the golden rule I live by. Keep it simple, keep it natural, and keep it personal. Simple, because complicated rarely looks youthful. Natural, because styles that work with your features and your texture will always look effortless. And personal, because there is no universal formula for beauty. There's only what works for you. A 2021 Dove study found that 82% of women over 50 felt happier and more comfortable when they chose a style that matched their personality rather than chasing whatever was trendy at the moment. So, after hearing these golden rules, do you feel a little more confident about walking into the salon? Picture yourself sitting down, knowing exactly what styles suit your face, which colors brighten your skin, and how to pull everything together into a polished, radiant look. That's the real power of taking control of your beauty in a smart, intentional way. So here's the truth. Hairstyles aren't just about looking younger. The right cut brings back your confidence, your energy, and your spark for life. Age is nothing but a number, and what really matters is whether you're willing to refresh yourself. One haircut can change not only how you look, but also how you feel and how you experience everyday life. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, give yourself permission to try something new at least once. Walk into that salon, choose a style you never thought would suit you, and watch the transformation unfold. And if you'd like me to break down which haircut works best for your face shape and your hair texture, just drop a comment below. I'll read it, and I'll help guide you to the perfect choice. But remember, what you've seen in this video is only part of the journey. To truly stay confident, youthful, and beautiful, there's another piece you absolutely can't afford to miss. If you're serious about looking and feeling your very best, the next video, stop wearing these 5 hairstyles. Choose healthy aging cuts that make you look younger 60 plus, asterisk, is the missing piece you need. Don't skip it, because it's the step that will complete your path to feeling fresh, stylish, and fully yourself.